From the World Wrestling Federation, it's Tuesday Night Titans with your host, Vince McMahon.
Welcome, friends. I'm watching the news, very fake news. By the way, and they're all talking about Jim Carrey. Remember Jim? Funny guy, very elastic face, huge in the 90s, tremendous energy. Now suddenly he shows up in Paris at the Caesar Awards big French show. Very elegant, lots of scarves, and the internet explodes. People are saying, is that Jim? Is it a body double? Is it a clone? A clone. Nobody ever says I have a clone. I'd like a clone. Very useful. But they're looking at him very closely. They're zooming in. His face looks different. Well, it's been 30 years. People change. I look exactly the same, but most people change. And Jim goes up there, speaks French. Very impressive. Months preparing, they say. I respect preparation. Preparation is good, especially in France, very serious country. They love philosophy, and now Jim looks like a philosopher. He used to look like a guy coming out of a rhino. Now he looks like he owns the rhino and reads Nietzsche to it. The internet, though, very tough crowd. They're saying cosmetic surgery, fillers, lighting, angles. Some are saying he's unrecognizable. I don't think he's unrecognizable. I recognize him. It's Jim, just a graded version 3.0, maybe 4.0, and then the clone theory. I love this one. They're saying maybe it wasn't him, maybe it was a double, a replacement, very dramatic, sounds like a Netflix show. But the awards people say no, it was really him. His representatives say yes, it's Jim. So unless France is running the most sophisticated Hollywood outdoor operation in history, which I doubt, it's probably just Jim aging, happens to the best of us. Here's what I think. He reinvented himself years ago, got philosophical, grew the beard, got intense, talks about existence, talks about identity. So when he looks different, people don't just see aging, they see transformation. They think it's part of the act. With Jim, it's always performance art, even when he's standing still. But I'll say this, showing up in Paris, speaking French, taking a Lifetime Achievement Award. That's confidence. You don't send a clone to accept a Lifetime Achievement Award. You go yourself. Today it's Jim's face, tomorrow it's something else. That's the world now. Big reactions, bigger zoom, no chill. But I'll tell you, whether it's old Jim, new Jim, French Jim, philosopher Jim, nobody ever forgot him. And in show business, that's the real award. So let's continue, because it gets even better. After the first clips went viral, people didn't calm down, they doubled down. They started comparing photo side images. 1994 Jim, 2004 Jim, 2014 Jim, 2010 say Paris Jim. 4 eyes, very complicated timeline, very scientific, and the comments get serious. Suddenly everyone is an expert. He had work done? No. It's lighting? No. It's European makeup? No. It's eye enhancement? European makeup. I didn't even know that was a category. Apparently Paris has different lighting physics. And then you've got the slow analysis. They slow the video down, frame by frame, like it's the Zapruder film. See the lane, see the olives, his smile isn't the same. Of course it's not the same. He's not third anymore. He's not filming his venture. He's accepting a Lifetime Achievement Award in France. That's a different smile. You don't grin like you're talking to a rhino when you're in a tuxedo in Paris. And here's something nobody talks about, perspective. When Jim was younger, he made his living stretching his face in extreme ways, wild expressions, real face comedy. That becomes the image people freeze in their memory. So when he stands still, composed, subtle, it feels different, but it's not surgery. It's restraint. He's not bouncing anymore. He's grounded. That alone changes how people perceive him. But the internet doesn't do nuance. The internet does extremes. He's exactly the same as 1995, or he's a replacement sent by Hollywood elites. There's no middle ground, and then you get the Ardula theory. I love this one. They say maybe it wasn't really him at the Caesar Awards. Okay, let's think about this logically. He flies to Paris. He rehearses a speech in French for months. He walks the red carpet. He interacts with other actors. He accepts the award live on stage. And the theory is they hired someone else to do all of that. That's a lot of commitment to a very strange plan. If Hollywood could replace actors that easily, half the action stars wouldn't age at all. But here's what I think really happened. People saw him in a definition lighting overcomer without the wild Nanet's energy, and it startled them because we associate him with chaos. Fast talking, fast moving, big reactions. In Paris, he was composed, measured, even elegant, and when a chaotic figure becomes elegant, it feels unfamiliar. Familiarity is powerful. When it shifts, people panic a little. Now let's talk about the beard phase. Remember when he had the big beard a few years ago? People said he looked like a mountain philosopher, like he just walked out of a meditation retreat with secret knowledge. That really started the new Jim narrative. So by the time he shows up clean cut and refined in Paris, the contrast feels even stronger. He's been evolving publicly for years, but evolution doesn't happen in people's memory. In memory, it's jump cuts. Wild Jim philosopher, Jim Paris, Jim boom, boom, boom. And the brain goes, wait, that's too fast. But it wasn't fast. It was gradual, 30 years of gradual. And here's another thing. Cameras today are brutal. Fork, yak, ultra. You can't see everything, every detail, every shadow. In the 90s, we had softer lenses, film grain has blurred. Everybody looked smoother. Now it's microscopic honesty. Nobody wins against modern cameras. And I'll say this, standing on that stage in Paris, speaking French, taking that award, he looked confident. Not frantic, not desperate, not trying to prove he's still the wild guy, confident. That's different energy. And maybe that's what really unsettled people, because the old Jim chased the laugh. This Jim owns the room quietly. That's power of a different kind, but the internet prefers spectacle. So they zoom, they speculate, they invent clones, and then 2 days later they move on. That's the cycle. Today it's Jim's face. Tomorrow it's somebody else's haircut, but for a moment, just a moment, the entire internet was analyzing him and accepting an award for a lifetime of making people laugh. That's strange when you think about it. The story should have been comedy legend honored in Paris. Instead it became, is this really him? That says more about the culture than about Jim, because maybe the real shock isn't that he looks different. Maybe it's that time passed and nobody likes being reminded of that. But here's the truth. He's still there, still talking, still evolving, still unpredictable. And whether people love the new look or question it, they're still watching him. And in entertainment, attention is everything. You can't fake that, even with a clone. Thanks for listening. Share your thought, leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Until next time, love you. Good night.
From the World Wrestling Federation, it's Tuesday Night Titans with your host, Vince McMahon.